Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of The Bachelorette, along with a special update on Jake and Vienna.
I can't wait. All right, so there's 5 guys left, and they're off to Portugal. This week there's going to be 4 dates, but there's not going to be any date roses, so everybody's
so that means
safe.
There's a 2-on-1 as well. Okay, so Roberto, come be the king of my castle.
Frank's freaking out already.
He's like, Allie's going on a date with another guy.
Frank's always freaking out.
Do you understand the concept of the show? Okay.
Yeah.
So on the date, they were just going around the city of, what was it, Lisbon? Sorry. And they were just being, annoying American tourists.
They were, messing around with, these guard people who aren't supposed to talk. Yeah.
Hate that.
I know. All right, so then they were dancing in the street. They made out in the street. They made out on the trolley. Finally, they had a little picnic at the castle. And he thanks her for everything. It's like, thank you for smiling at me.
Thanks for the kiss.
Thanks for picking me.
Okay.
And she just wants to see him naked, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's all chemistry between the two of them. Not too much substance there.
Okay. So next was the 2-on-1 date, which was with Frank and Ty. Let's find our future in the past.
Yeah. Frank's freaking out.
Again.
He's going on the date this time. So they had a little helicopter ride to the castle.
This was the episode of Castles.
Yeah. How awkward was this? She was in the middle. He was rubbing her arm on one side, and Ty was all, on the other side. It's like Allie's sandwich. She was probably loving it. All right, so awkward. It's really hard to date 2 guys at the same time.
Imagine.
Where's the wine? I just want some wine, okay?
Yeah. So Allie took Ty aside, and she's like, oh, I'm worried. Is your family going to like me? Because I have a job and blah, blah, blah.
And your ex, that was why your marriage broke up, was because she was all involved in her career and not you? Oh, baby, don't worry about it. I'm just going to have my singing career. Don't worry about it. All right. And then Allie and Frank run off together alone. And Frank is ready to bring Allie home.
Yes.
To his parents, where he lives. He lives with his mom and
Frank!
dad.
Oh, Frank.
How could you, Frank? You've been all over the world. And now you're living at home with Mom and Pa. She thought it was all right, though.
She could care less.
I know. All right. So now it's time for Kirk's date. Once upon a time, Allie. Yeah.
He's like, that's not even a full sentence.
Ooh, what does that mean? Are we in a fairy tale? Alright, so yeah, it's a horse and buggy ride to the mother of all castles. This was a huge freaking castle.
Yeah.
Allie's got a lot on her mind. And it's ruining the date completely. She's
so, out of focus.
You know what I think will cure that? Dinner and a little more wine. Alright, so she's worried that he's going to dump her after a year when he finds out what a hoe she is. So there was some romantic music, and he totally blew it.
He's no Roberto.
No.
He should have danced with her.
He blew it. Alright, so now it's time for Chris's date. Chris, the stuttering man of a few words. Love gets better with age, because he's the oldest dude in the show. All right. It's time for the scooter ride. And he's never driven a scooter/moped before. And he was all like a 90-year-old woman on Sunday. Yeah. Then Allie took it over from him. She's like, this relationship's going too slowly. So then she started driving like a fool.
It was so symbolic.
It was. She was driving in both lanes. It was crazy.
They're lucky there weren't any cars on the road, because they would have been roadkill.
So where's the ideal date for Allie? At a winery. Yeah. Does your family drink a lot of wine? Because I really like wine. I want to drink with them. I think we should take your dad to a winery.
And then it was Christmas time, because Chris had a gift for Allie.
Oh, I love that. Christmas.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yes.
So he gave her a bracelet that a family friend made. And it was called a dentist bracelet.
Yeah. Like a tennis bracelet. A dentist bracelet.
Yes. So he was like, yeah, I've had it the whole time, but I was waiting until we got closer or whatever.
She repaid him by dry humping him in the grass all over the place. All right, so it's time for the rose ceremony. There's no cocktail party this week because we got to get to the good stuff. Chris got the first rose because he gave her the dentist bracelet. And she gave him other stuff.
So then Frank, then Roberto, and then Kirk, which means goodbye, Ty.
Bye, Ty.
Consider yourself lucky that you got out of there when you did.
She walked him out in the rain and stood there forever because she was all bummed out and she wanted to have the whole wet dress thing when she came back in, and everybody would be like, oh, you're so good. You went out there. Oh, it must be so hard. Notice me, guys. I'm wet. All right, so now it's time for the good time. The Bachelor Update. Jake and Vienna are done. Get out the forks, kids.
The forks?
Because they're sticking them because they're done.
Oh, okay. So it's all about closure. No, it's not. ABC had to capitalize on this because all the mags were getting
That's right.
stories and they didn't have anything about it.
They were mowing their lawn. So Jake comes out first. Chris, I was out of town. Things were going downhill. You know, I was completely shocked. Well, maybe not really. I was on the cover of 5 magazines. Imagine that.
Yep. So then they tried it out Vienna, and it was really awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I felt bad for Chris.
Why didn't they bring out Vienna separately?
I don't know.
That's cheap. I think the whole thing was slanted toward Jake.
She was like, oh, the first month is great, and then it went downhill from there.
She was lonely because she was in a relationship with someone who wasn't there. She took it to the tabloids. And he is like, disgusted by her.
I'm disgusted by you.
I hate you.
Because you're a girl and I like guys. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
All right. So she thinks he's a stone cold media whore who was really bitchy to her when her dog was in the hospital and on IVs and everything. Oh, your dog can't maintain more than one relationship at a time, or what? What the hell are you talking about?
I didn't understand that, but okay.
He was jealous, too. It was like she had to account for herself every minute of the day.
Yeah.
She claims that she never cheated on him. I don't know. I might be calling BS on that one. But
I have no idea. I think they're both effed up.
Well, he was a jerk to her family, too. He was on the phone probably making arrangements for Drop Dead Diva the whole time he was visiting with her parents. So she thought he was a pilot.
He hasn't flown in a year. And he was like, I flew last weekend.
Were you flying the plane or were you just on it, fool? All right, so they used to be in love. Chris Harrison tried to bring them back around.
Sorry, Chris, it wasn't working.
And he was all like, oh, what did you love about her? Oh, she was loving and supportive then. And then she was like, well, then he was in front of the cameras, so he loved me when the cameras were on. But once the cameras switched off, so did Jake.
And then she was like, oh, we actually broke up twice. Like, I gave him back the ring twice.
Oh, no, Chris. She would have hissy fits, and she would go sit in the bathroom and say that she was leaving.
Yeah. So, apparently she got a job in L.A., which is weird because she's been saying how much she hates L.A.
Right.
She wanted to go home.
She can't go home, Maddie. They're ostracizing her at home. They all turned their backs on her at home.
Yeah.
So she's maintaining that she broke up with him, but in his mind, he broke up with her because she is a cheater. She's undermining him all the time. She used the GPS. She interrupted his word.
Yeah.
He has anger issues, though. I really think he does.
You can tell.
He didn't want sex, though, because he was fasting and he was waiting for marriage.
What?
That's right.
Oh, God.
All right, so Chris is like, you guys want to apologize for anything? You know, maybe?
I was
Vienna?
waiting for Vienna. She took a really long pause. I just wanted her to turn and say, no. She was like, I'm sorry for doing what I did.
Yeah, for it going down the way it did. He's just tired of being interrupted, okay? He's not sorry, because he's being undermined.
The straw that broke the camel's back during this interview, he was just like, stop interrupting me! And she was like, I can't do this anymore!
Yeah, so she stormed off, and then Chris did the little outro with Jake, and Jake, honey, no. He made the statement, he has never been in a relationship where he has had to raise his voice.
What?
With a guy or with a girl? I'm calling BS on that one.
Let's just say there's some rumors that he plays for the other team, so...
Maybe both. Who knows? But whatever, Jake. I hope we never see you again. Bye. All right, so next week, we got to stay with this train wreck. Next week, it's the hometown dates. And again, they tip their hand for the rest of the entire season. I guess, these next 2 weeks are going to be a little bit boring. So they had to, like, show us a little taste of the good stuff that's coming up with Frank. Be prepared. Frank's a dirty boy.
Oh, Frank. I still like him.
I do, too.
He's so funny.
I know. All right. So, kids, next time, hometown dates. Till then, much love.